Hello and welcome to the Pharmacy Times News Network. I'm Mike Lakar and your host for our Pharmacy Week in Review. A recent guideline update from the American College of Cardiology, American Heart Association, and Heart Failure Society of America outlines the latest heart failure treatment recommendations. In the guidelines, Entresto received a Class 1 recommendation for use in patients with chronic symptomatic heart failure and a reduced ejection fraction. Entresto is now recommended over angiotensin receptor blockers and ACE inhibitors, which have been the cornerstone of heart failure drug therapy for over 2 decades. Pharmacists can play a key role in identifying patients who may be a good candidate for Entresto, as well as monitoring patients for hypotension during the transition phase. Pharmacists can also help to ensure that patients never take an ACE inhibitor while taking Entresto. The updated guidelines also granted Korlynor a Class 2A recommendation for use with a beta blocker in patients with symptomatic stable chronic heart failure and a reduced ejection fraction. Moving to FDA news, pharmacies are no longer able to legally sell e-cigarettes, hookah, and cigars to anyone younger than 18 years old. Under a new rule that extends the FDA's regulatory authority to all tobacco products, consumers of all ages must show photo ID to verify their age in order to buy a tobacco product. In addition, all manufacturers and retailers of newly regulated tobacco products must report ingredients, register manufacturing establishments, place health warnings on packaging and advertisements, and refrain from using lower-risk marketing on products unless authorized by the FDA. In product news, healthcare providers continue to prescribe Nizoral tablets off-label for skin and nail fungal infections, despite the fact that these unapproved uses carry potentially deadly risks. The FDA is reminding healthcare professionals that Nizoral should only be used for serious fungal infections when no other alternatives are available. Since skin and nail infections in healthy adults aren't life-threatening, the risk of off-label use of the drug outweighs the benefits. Pharmacists may be asked more questions about support services for cancer patients since Amgen recently launched a new TV campaign for its Breakaway from Cancer initiative. In the ad, celebrity sponsor Patrick Dempsey of Grey's Anatomy appears alongside 3 cancer survivors and caregivers to discuss Amgen's Tour of California cycling event. Did you know that healthcare providers are much more likely to select a generic drug when their electronic health record system displays generics by default? This recent study findings suggest that prescribing a brand-name drug when a generic version is available may very well be a matter of convenience for prescribers, rather than a conscious choice. For more great coverage and practical information for today's pharmacists, visit our website and sign up for our daily e-news. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching our Pharmacy Week in Review. I'm Mike Lakar at the Pharmacy Times News Network.